Hey everyone, this is Algernon Van Peel, and today I'm going to show you how to make a sampler track for your video game music packs. So I'm using Studio One. So what I'm going to show you now, it's you're going to be able to do the same thing in other DAWs. So first thing we need to do is drag our tracks into our DAW like this. And then you can see in the time base it's set to bars and beats. So I'm gonna right click on the ruler on the top, and I'm going to change the time base to seconds. Okay, then I'm gonna move all the tracks all the way to the left, and then next thing that you have to do is set a marker for 11 seconds on your ruler. So for example, I'll start at 3 minutes and I'll set a marker here, and then I'll go to, so that's 10 seconds, and this is 11 seconds. So I'm gonna make another marker there. So the reason that it's 11 seconds is we want to make 10-second samples of each track with an extra 1 second that we're going to use for fade in and fade out. Right, so now that we have our marker here, all we have to do is solo each track and choose the best part that we want to preview for each track. So let's start with this track, drag it over here. I'm going to listen to it. Okay, so let's imagine that I want to start the track from here. Okay, so I'm just gonna click change to the slice tool, and then I'll drag it all the way over here to the marker so it lines up, and then I'll slice it at the end of the marker. So now we have an 11-second sample of this track. Right, and then I'm just gonna click on this one and press F4 on my keyboard, and then I'll drag this one upwards so that it shows the fade in and fade out. So I'm gonna put half a second of fade in and half a second of fade out. So we'll just type 0.5 and then 0.5 for the fade out. So you have a fade in here, and then you have a fade out on this side. Then if you listen again, okay, so maybe the melody, the beginning of the melody isn't so clear because it's happening during this fade out. So I can just press Ctrl Alt and then drag while I'm in the bottom half of the clip, so that I can drag the clip around like this. So let's try to move it around so that the initial attack of the first note of that melody comes in right after this fade in. Right, and then I'm gonna do the same with the second track. So I'll solo this one. So listen to the track first. Okay, so I want to highlight this part of the track for the sampler, so I'm just gonna drag it like this, maybe make it smaller, and then drag it all the way over here. Okay, and make sure it fits into the 11-second marker that I'm setting, and then we'll do the same thing. Make sure you click this and then type 0.5 and then 0.5 for the fade out. And okay, maybe set the timing a little bit, so Control Alt and drag. Oh, I think I have 5 seconds. Let me change that. 0.5. There we go. Right. So once you have all 10 of those tracks, and you cut them at the exact point where you want it to begin and end, then you have to decide the order of your tracks. So let me hide this, and I'll show you all 12 tracks that I did already. So I'm gonna hide this. Sorry. So first I'll mute it, and then I'll hide all of them. Okay, so as you can see, I already set them in this order that I want to play them. So let's take a listen. Alright, so now I have 12 tracks that play for 11 seconds each, and each of them have a fade in and a fade out that lasts half a second. And then the next thing you should do is set the volume so that each of the tracks here they are playing in a similar volume, or say playing the same volume. So what I want to do is I'm gonna listen to the first track, and then I have this plugin called Levels. Let me turn that on. And then if we click on peak, and if I play the first track, so you can see that it reaches negative 2.9 decibels. So when we listen to the second track, so if you notice that the volume is a little bit higher or lower, just adjust your fader here so that it's the same volume as your first one. So I just have this plugin open, and then I adjust my volume accordingly so that they all are the same volume as the first track. Then after that, just set a loop point from here until the end of your track. So go like this. I'll press Shift P and make a loop point, and then I can render this one, and then you have your sampler track. So by the way, these tracks are part of our town theme music pack for Quantum Leap, and we make these packs for game developers who want to use video game music for their video games. And you can find these tracks on itch.io, Game Dev Market, and the Unity Asset Store. You'll be able to find the links to these tracks on the description below. And also, if you want to listen to the full tracks, they're available on SoundCloud as well. So thank you for listening. I hope you learned something today, and let me know if you have some comments or some suggestions for my future videos. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Bye.